y'all? Welcome back, yo. Oh, we're golden, bro. You know what I'm saying? We just whooped the ass of the Mongolian. The Buddha clan. Where is he taking me, bro? You know, I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I can finish this part of the story and get back to Tsushima. Ah, that's true. Look at oh, y'all thought this was a game? Okay, ain't no running. Yeah, I let the dogs escape. Yeah, what's up, cuz? The punk, he thought you was gonna get away, didn't he? Yeah, I don't know, watch. How we do it, right?
戦いの後でもなお、なんと美しいことか。
Yeah, let's hit it.
母上はよく稽古や学問に励む俺を歌詞で釣ってそばに起こした。稽古をしたと父上には嘘をついていたが、生きる喜びを教えたかったのだろうな。
No. I didn't choose nothing better. What's this over here? Oh no. Hey, welcome to the stream, yo. Back here on another part of this Tsushima. You still on Iki Island? Appreciate you, bird. Well, let's go with this. Head of spear shit. Okay. I'm saying, oh, Kage. Oh, all this shit. The last two same thing of language for this. Since it leads to dawn. Kind of say the same thing.
木立は誰も疑わず入り日の後は朝日来るなり
What's the matter, Bella? You scared? You hear these, I got two dogs that's hella afraid of, whatchamacallit. Let's just go with this. Go with the full armor. Yeah, no, I'm gonna throw that on. I'm gonna throw the whole armor set on. Go face these niggas like a G. I don't like using it. I don't got enough resolve to just be throwing it away, knocking it down. It makes me do kill him. Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This right here might be a long ass motherfucking series. Because I'm gonna perfect this thing 100% time. It's getting hard. Oh, that's eerie. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Or you better. Oh, for sure. This is about to lose you now. Hold on, y'all. Is this? Bro, don't blow this.
若、これより父君がお話を。鎧をお召しください。さあ、父君のところへお連れいたす。
奴らは己のことを思い違えておる。さながら武家だと。だがあやつらは武士か。
I'm weak.
ネズミよ。欲深く荒らかな病のネズミだ。そしてようやく巣を見つけた。こっちだ。
父上、ご無礼を。
お主らの所従は5匹の首を取れ。そしてお主らはおのおの50。不足あらば泳いで帰れ。支度させよう。まずは竹の辻へ進む。
父上、
その鎧で戦へ。よく見せてみろ。綿髪が緩い。土で撃て。他はよし。
お許しを。
過ちから背かず学べばよい。それで死なずに済む。稽古を思い出し、わしから離れるな。
残るべきでした。
今さら目を澄まし、決して抜かるな。自慢のことなれ。
Okay, to be up there, Kid Jin. Let me get my scrap on this Kid Jin. Oh,
自慢のことなったでしょうか。
You for sure could have just gave me that. Why the horse run off? That is stupid. You got no supplies for me, homie? Oh, another one. You got him flying off.
大田家族に殺されるところだった。死ぬかと思いました。
行け、達者でな。
Oh, game. Game, for real? You gonna give me like, what is that, like 99.9% or some shit? Bruh. Littlefoot, you gonna get your ass away from the door? Move. Closing the door. See, you can't even keep the door open. You just gonna bark at the niggas outside. Hold on.
船が燃えておる。戦か？調べてみれば。 船の残片。ヒヤリの傷。この匂い、猛虎の火薬だ。火事だ。吹き飛んだ。生き残り。
よれ、もう時がない。
誰の仕業だ。猛虎か。
いや、他の海賊だ。裏切られた。山猫の一味が猛虎と結びやがった。兵具を手に入れ、ヒヤリまで。
その海賊はどこにおる。
杉に聞け。あいつなら知ってる。南の集落の赤い傘伝えてくれ。奴らが来る。ヒヤリの音だ。逃げろ。
山猫の一味、生き残りを殺す気だ。南の集落で杉を探そう。海賊が寝返るとはな。
諦めろ。生きたところで何になる。みそぎを求める。だが罪は償えねえぞ。
全て幻。惑わされるな。
対馬から戻人斬りの侍だ。蘇りやがった。
この鎧のせいか。
Oh well, y'all don't be scared of me. I don't know. Nothing I can do about it. I don't wonder what. This is what this one is anyway. This kind of part. I don't think I can be wearing this. Fucking weak.
あんた誰だ？息に知らん顔はないと思った。
旅の者だが、島から出られず。
でしたらこちらへ。昔語りを聞かにはなりませんが。
皆で手を取り合い、こたびも乗り越えよう。侍からどれほど苦しめられたか忘れたわけではあるまい。
こたびは昔ほど甘くはないぞ。
何を言う。これだから和光度はいかんの。では息に暗き日々を招いた侍の襲来を語ろう。その侍の名は酒井忠。とうとういつとせの昔、非常なる侍の群れが一気に襲い来た。頭の名は酒井忠。人斬りの酒井だ。酒井の馬はおぞましき荒駒、主の心を映した真黒なる鎧をまとう。得たり人斬りは随分な抜かりをいたした。己がせがれを伴ったのだ。我らはせがれを虜となした。地に飢えし山犬の父を釣り出すためだ。愚弄なる酒井は罠へと飛び入った。その荒駒も無残に死んで、人斬りとせがれのみただ生き残り逃げおった。卑怯者よ。
虚偽を申すな。全てざれ言だ。
俺は戦場谷のでこの目で始終見たんだよ。
俺もだ。我が名は酒井仁。酒井忠の嫡男。父は息を救おうとなされた。
救う？人を殺してか。
俺らこそ恩をあだで返しおって。
恩なんて感じじゃねえ。敵討ちのために生きに来たんだな。
嘘つきではあるが敵として切る気はない。
まだ敵じゃないだけだ。
やめとくれ。まるで犬の喧嘩だよ。
敵討ちではない。助けに来たのだ。父上の馬鎧のことだが、あの日以来行方知らず
だろう
な。ありかを知りたい。大高族と戦うために使う。
侍に教えるくらいなら死ぬ方がマシだ。
お侍、もう出てってくれ。帰れ帰れ。
あやつは馬鎧のありかを知っておる。言わぬなら影に隠れて密かに聞くほかない。
帰れ帰れ。
I'm gonna keep this hat on because it's hard.
つだ侍だ
Oh, yeah.
帰れ帰れ
Whatever. I should have went this way the whole time. This way the sands was water.
二度と侍のことを口にするな。さなかは
ジロー、
あの戦で俺
Oh, man.
は危ないだぞ人斬りの子だ ここには二度と寄らんで
Oh, yeah. Happy 4th of July.
そこだ人斬りの子だ
Oh.
ここには二度と寄らんで 二度と侍のことを口にするな。さなかは
ジロー、
あの戦で俺は家族を6人失った。妹はまだ幼子だったんだぞ。みんな八つ咲きにされてきれいに埋めてやることすらできず、どれほど悔やんだことか。
あってはならぬことだ。
それで語りの続きは。
ああ、そうだったな。ここからがこの語りの肝なんだ。社会は罠に落ちて荒駒を失った。息の者ども追い込めば人斬りとせがれは戦場谷へと逃げ走る。社会は足を引きつつ進み、伏兵どもに行き合った。そこで待ち受けたる兵は鈍き刀の数人のみ。されどそれにて事足りた。ただ人たちが酒井忠の子宮を奪った。侍どもは逃げ帰り、我らは酒井の馬から鎧を剥いだ。それからは息の高き馬に鎧を着せたが、いずれも乗り手を殺めたのだ。あたかも人斬りの怨念がたたるがごとくな。しかしてこれを飯田なる秋人へと売り渡した。馬鎧を積んだ船が沖へ出た時のことだ。急な大風が息を襲った。空に轟く雷鳴は時の声とも思われて、荒ぶる風が岸壁に飯田が船を吹き寄せて海の木図へ。その船はまだ船座の津にあるという。伊豆国か船の儚る船座の津、堺の馬の鎧やあらん。さても恐ろしき話だろう。
馬鎧は船座の津にあるのか。
Get out of here.
馬鎧は船座の津にあるのか。おそらく初めの船にあるはず。いいだけの旗が印。色は金。いや赤か。
Oh. Bruh. Definitely make you go all the way back. Yeah. No. Okay, so I gotta fail though. Makes sense that is a hell of a jump. Okay, so I knew I was on the right track. It's just like my gosh, the black suit on since he was up there. Murderous nigga. That's what I'm talking about. Daddy up in there. No mercy. My my father was up in there. Sure. Y'all business. Y'all afraid of me. What your name is? Punk. That's what your name is. This ain't playing Iki no more. This playing Punk. EPI Island, Punk Island. Punk. My daddy come over here and punch y'all for 15 years. As he sits. No, do
呪いは偽りではないぞ。あの鎧を馬に着せれば、馬はただしのごとく生き血を欲し、己を殺すであろう。
Shut your ass up. You sound like you punk too. My daddy punked your family we were too. I for sure probably should have got this after that. I'm gonna move. Oh yeah, right into the spike. That's a smart one. Oh, they jumping your boy. Hey, get it. Ah, come on. Ah, come on. Come on, come on, Jen. Ah, damn. That's not a platform. Oh, okay. So as long as I fail, I can just come right back here. That as long as I don't fall out the ring, I can't do that again. That was a big one, Bella. Oh, where do I go from here? Just gotta trust the force.
父上の馬鎧影に合うとよいな。影よく似合っておる。呪われていようと俺を落とすでないぞ。まるで父上の馬のようだ。流れやから守ってくれよ。
Boy, that was hard.
野営が見つかったか。影行くぞ。
侍だ。
なぜだ。その馬鎧、まさか。
酒井忠の馬鎧、その祖父が受け継ぎ、呪いは消え失せた。
あれほどの仕打ちを受けてなお助けてくれるとは。
敵を見定めるがよい。かつて俺は弱きを助くよう教えを受けた。叔父の志村殿とお前の言う人斬りから。
父子のことは決して許せねえ。だがその息子は情け深い立派な男のようだな。よもやこんなことを言う日が来るとは。ありがとうよ、酒井の息子。
It's a firework. I mean, some of them might be gunshots, but they're probably fireworks, most likely. See, all of them fireworks. No biggie.
道はわかるかい？
どこへの道だ。
雲円寺への道さ。そこでは大田家族が飯と寝床を支度してるんだと。
もう子供に慈悲はないぞ。その寺を見つけ、ざれ言を広めるのを止めねばな。
You want to go outside, Littlefoot? Come on. Let's go watch the fireworks, Littlefoot. It's over? Oh no, they over there. I see something over there. You probably might be good around gunshots too, huh? If I take you to the range, you ain't gonna freak out like your daddy and Bella? There's all kind of fireworks going off around me, but I can only hear the ones close to me. Feel good outside too, y'all. I feel hella good out here. Oh, they about to fire something off right there. Oh. Oh no, that was just a sparkler. I should have said, that's a firework going off, bro. Y'all better run in the house because y'all did not set that shit off. It's cool, huh, buddy? Happy 4th of July. This your second one. Bella don't like these at all. Bro. This your fourth. She's over. Look at her. She over here by me, tail tucked like a monk. It's okay, mama. It's okay, mama. I know. Lexi is too. Y'all niggas scared. Look at y'all son. Look, Littlefoot over here, tail wagging. Bella and Littlefoot cowering in the corners. Look, that nigga running outside. He said, that was another one close. I'm gonna go see. That's my nigga right there. Littlefoot, that nigga ain't scared of nothing, boy. Look at this nigga. I'm over here proud to the motherfucker right now. Y'all just understand. Look, that nigga outside barking at the explosions right now. What's up, nigga? I'm excited to see that, because I for sure was expecting him to get up like his daddy. Nope. He's on. Him and his daddy, the only thing they got in common is they look alike. Well, they got the exact same color. I'm not playing. You look at Black. One of them look like a German Shepherd, one of them look like a pit bull. Littlefoot look like a pit bull, Black Keys look like a German Shepherd, but they have the exact same coat. Black, brown in the same areas, although Littlefoot's is darker browns. Black Keys is getting a little, you know what I'm saying? He's really brown like they were. Maybe they'll bring up in the winter. Right now we got. Oh no, I was supposed to do that. I'm staying off. I apologize, I'm enjoying this. Realize your dog in a bitch. You know? I'm saying. Proud dog that my neighbors across the street popping them off, okay? Oh, they popping them off. Okay, they ain't lying, Woo! Oh, they not finished? Oh, they're popping them off on 4th too? Okay, for sure. Oh, we gonna have a little street battle? Hold on, y'all. Look, east side, west side over there popping them off. Look. This nigga's excited, bro. Look at him running back and forth. Okay. He ran the house on that one. Oh, nope, he's right back outside on that. Bella, you scared? Don't be scared, mama. You ain't going outside, mama. It's 4th of July, mama. It's the 4th. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be outside. You're supposed to, pop a few off for the dead homies. You ain't got no dead homies though, Bella, so I mean, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you do, I don't know. I only met you when you was like 4 or 5 weeks. I never know. Bella might have some dead homies. Littlefoot ain't got no dead homies. That nigga don't even really fuck with other dogs. He'll be over there trying to dead them homies. You alright, Bella. You alright. You sturdy cat. You ain't getting nothing from me, girl. I don't know what to circle. Oh, I know why you circling me, but no. Yeah, we just had a good old-fashioned street battle, y'all. With Fifth Street, I was on Fifth Street. They was popping it off. 4th Street, and I think 4th Street popping it off right now. I think the niggas is popping it off on 2nd and 3rd. You know what I'm saying? Good old street battle. I'm fun, y'all. Get back to it. These rest lights. Littlefoot, he the only dog in the whole neighborhood barking. Everybody else dog pussy. Shit, 66% of my dogs pussy. With my mouth, but I'm going there and slay these. I forgot to get some water. Bah! To get flame pulled out just to get slayed on me. You got your blunderbuss, you getting slayed too, homie. I'm slaying you too, homie. Y'all need to get slayed in the name of the law. I need to kill my whole street. This sees my dick. Oh, now she's trying to talk about me being scared because she ain't got nothing else to say. I done basically exposed myself as a Sakai, as Jen Sakai, as a father that just came over here and slaughtered y'all. Let's say the sun. Happy anniversary news here. We had a cool little day earlier. Watch that story. If y'all ain't seen Rise, it's a pretty good movie, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Oh shit.
皆の覚悟を忘れませんぞ。
Yeah, where's the street, dude?
何が起きた？
おびただしい火の矢が船から飛んできやがった。
その船は猛虎に寝返った海賊のものだ。ある女
Come on,
が
boy.
奴らを止められる。
Come on.
はすぐ赤い傘が記した。
Come on.
知らないな。
I got my sandals outside. What's wrong with y'all?
ヒアリの跡だ。ああ、女を探しておる。赤い傘の杉だ。
隣に夫婦が住んでた。男は三平、女は知らん。
助かった。開かねえ。まだぬくい。人が住んでおった。
私に用があるって何？
害するつもりはない。陣と申すことづてがある。集落を襲った船は山猫という海賊のもの。共に奴らを倒そう。
私の居所知られてた。
離れよう。集落のためだ。
やだ、やめて。何も知りません。
遅かったか。2をまとめて私が戻るまでに。あんたは来な。
待ってるからな。
無理はしないようにするよ。
どうせ無理ばかりするくせに。
そうせかないで。
次、山猫様がお呼びだ。
セーベ、使いが上手くなったじゃないか。
俺らは猛虎と手を組んだ。じきに島中の海賊を震え上がらせるぞ。皆殺しだ。皆殺しだ。皆殺しだ。
強いな。ついといて。山猫の一味は慎重で兵具も多い。船を止める時と場所も定めてる。
なぜ知っておる？
一味だったからね。私が止めなきゃ山猫は容赦がなかった。三平に会ってその務めが嫌になったんだよ。でも逃げ切れるわけがなかった。
奴らの港を言え。俺が行く。
一人で行くなら私は降りる。
では結託するほかないな。
立ちさばきを見て奴らを出し抜ける案が浮かんだんだ。でもその前にあいつらの巣を調べる。西の海辺に村の跡がある。
そこで会おう。ブーンを。
あんたも。
勝負。هسه ميكتش العير هوغتنا.
待たせてしまったな。
ああ、やっと息を吸える。助かったよ。まったくとんだことばかり起きるね。
さあ早く逃げよう。 諦めんぞ。
What up, Mamba?
本物のクロード様だったら100人力だ。
Hello?
で俺らも助かる。
志村のじじいを肩に乗せたまま猛虎の奴らを何千と切ったって聞いたよ。何さ。
その噂誠ではないぞ。
何言ってんだ。クロード様の噂を知らないのか。
俺がその噂のクロードだ。
あ、そうかい。
クロード様に礼をしたいなら供え物がありがたいんだとさ。かつて木田触れがあった場所、その北東にあのお方の野営があるんだ。
食い物だったらうまい酒か泡がいいって話だよ。
覚えておこう。
No, this nigga pretending to be me. I am the ghost. What up, folks?
Streaming right now, James? What up?
Yep. Yeah, I'm on Iki Island.
I haven't played Tsushima in a minute. It's been a while for me.
Oh yeah, this is like my second or third time streaming today. This is, I think it's my second. This is kicking ass, bro. Once you get to, bro, once you unlock Iki Island, don't go there until you're ready. Like, it's part of the main story. Don't get me wrong. Go to the island because you get like horse armor. You get hella armor.
Right.
I got this one armor that allows me to. You can't regular parry. You can only perfect parry. But your perfect parry window like gets bigger and bigger as you open it up, and then if you perfect parry, it unlocks like a chain where you pretty much get to kill the next person. So you perfect parry, kill the person, and then you can just kill somebody else just like instantly.
Got you.
Yeah, this Iki Island, the island your daddy died on. Yeah, the one where they keep playing that, where that dude's like, what'd he say? May your death benefit a bunch of people or whatever, or all beings.
Something like that, right?
Yeah. Shit, apparently your daddy came over here, nigga, and for 50, his daddy wasn't very honorable. I'll just say that.
He was fucking bitches, or he was doing he was killing people dirty?
Oh, he was just killing niggas. He was killing hella people. Like, whole villages got wiped out because of this shit. Damn. Yeah. They hate this fool. Us whole families hate it over here.
Did you hear about what happened in Illinois today?
No, what happened? It was a massacre?
Literally, like,
oh, don't say it.
Yeah, it was similar. It literally, my dad was going to be in the parade.
Oh, dude.
It was the 4th of July parade. Cause they were, it was in where he works. It was in the same town. And apparently, well, not apparently, was what happened. I think it said last time I checked, it said 24 injured, 6 dead.
Oh, damn. Rest in
Dude, it was
peace.
during a parade, man. Like literally, like, bro, I can't stress this enough. Like I was talking to my dad right now about it. My dad's, he has a different perspective because he's an immigrant, and I don't mean it like that, but he just has a different perspective on life. Which I honestly envy in a way, because they're so quick to just move on to things, you know. Like I feel like immigrants all around, like they can just, how do you say? They expect bad to happen rather than us. We just expect peaches and cream, but you know we just keep getting shit on. That's just life. Like, I was telling him, bro, like, this doesn't affect you at all. Like, just he's like, nah, man. He's like, I still gotta go to work tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, I understand that. Like, I get that whole thing of it. The idea of, like, man, like, this is crazy. It's literally 20 minutes from like the one that happened like 2 years ago, Kenosha, like they were rioting, shooting. That happens all the time, but it just, this one hit different in a way because it just like one Highland Park is like legit. I want to say one of like the wealthier cities in Chicagoland, or like one of the more like safer areas. You know what I mean? Like so, like if you were to like think of something to happen, it wouldn't be there. Like that is legit, like just safe as hell, more or less. So it's just weird, man. It's really weird. But like shit happens like that, South Side Chicago or West Milwaukee. Don't bat an eye, but like, I don't know, bro. That shit's, it sucks. I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to ruin your stream. Just leave it at that. R.I.P. to the people. Prayers. They caught the guy. I guess okay. I don't know. A lot of people are mixed on that.
What he used?
Yeah. From what they're saying, they were saying a rifle. The shots, it sounded like AR-15 because it sounded like they were quick shots, but they sounded more like single fire. Like they were like doo 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 doo, like, but they're loud. It almost sounded like it sounded similar to the Vegas ones.
You can't get anything. Vegas ones, bro. I've heard a lot of my parents were in Vegas when that shit happened.
But I think that one, I swear, I think he switched it to rapid though. His was a lot, you know. His was very consistent in the round. This one seemed more slow paced, but it was still quick. Like I want to say he went to like 15 rounds and he had to reload. I didn't obviously count the rounds. I'm just going on top of my head. But
no, that's
I mean, they said
not an AR. The AR comes standard 30. You can get a 20-something magazine with that mud.
Like I said, I'm just going off of it. Could have been 20.
I'm trying to think of what. That's cool.
They were saying he had a rifle. I'm not too sure on the scope of it. Right. Because they were saying he was on a rooftop shooting down because it was just a simple little parade going on. And I was telling my dad like what the iffy thing. It ain't even iffy. It's just like the more messed up thing is they haven't released, or they're starting to release like the victims that have passed. And like I told him, like it's just gonna be different age groups, man. Like it could be kids. Because right now, mainly it's senior citizens that are bringing up to be dead. But there's a lot more coming out, obviously. Because we don't know about those injuries. You know what I mean? Like that could, obviously, the death toll can go up or down, or not down, but you know. So mostly, like people were a lot of like grandparents got hit. People, you know what I mean? But. Like I was trying to like tie some, like I wasn't trying to tie it in, but like I was telling my dad, interesting in these past recent events, because you know this was just like a little over a month over, you know, Uvalde in Texas. A lot of male shooters, but I wonder if this recent Roe v. Wade overturn might spring women into these. I'm not trying to like push that, but you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's going to start evolving into that. Why do you think that though?
Women aren't it's a whole.
You don't think it's in their nature?
Nope.
Type thing or?
Nope.
No, you agree it's not in their nature, or no?
I agree. It's not in their nature.
Okay, yeah.
That's why you've never when you do see about these mass murdering women, it's like on the slide.
It's very rare and very.
Yep, and it's never
it's almost how do you say, like not encouraged, but like understable why they went there. In a way, it's still messed up. But you know what I mean?
Understandable, but it's.
But it's like a severe case of trauma led him to that. Is what I'm trying to get to. Like it's not like very. Like a
the
guy
same
had
thing
his
for a
way and
man.
he got fired.
It's
Well, I
the
mean,
same thing for a man.
I know, but I'm saying like it seems like for the women's in those cases, it a lot drove them to that point. It's not like you're from these cases, at least more recent with these school shootings, these guys. That's why, like, this guy, in a way, I'm kind of happy they got him alive, because I just want to get to the root of what the fuck is going on. Like, what is causing...
that ain't finna...
You know what I mean? But at least try to find something, you know what I mean? Because, you know, like, years ago, they were saying, like, oh, like, violence in video games or whatever.
Are you trying to make a connection as to why?
Try to.
Oh, I mean, it's because there's no type of...
You think it's mental health issue? Or?
Not even that. Well, that is a problem
Similar,
in this country.
It leads to it, and that's what I'm going to. Like, that's why I want to, like... I know where this
issue is, I will always think the access is... It's access to firearms, and then, at the same time, it's also education.
That too. That's... I mean, there's a lot of things going into, but I was trying to explain to my dad... I think this Roe v. Wade thing is kind of going to set it back, because you think of those children that don't have those, or obviously the gun thing is an anomaly, because you could, that's anybody, but like the education or, you know, just all that, the mental health, if you're forcing younger parents or just a parent that's not ready to have a child and support a child mentally and financially, it could lead that child to do those things. That's where, like, I feel like it's kind of going to like a big circle, like a big cycle of like, this is causing this, so then this is going to do this, and then, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of going into that, but it's not like this country is helping in any way, and that's always been the case, but it's just, you know, I mean, how long does it take before we become really numb to this type of stuff?
I mean, we're already at that point.
Yes and no, because I mean, for me, like I said 2 years ago, it happened in Kenosha, which is literally like 20 minutes from my home. This one happened. My dad works here. Like, I mean, like, I used to work in that town too. Like, it's 15, 20 minutes too. So it's like, I mean, like, yeah, this could have happened in Kentucky. I might not have felt the same, 100%. But it's just, you know, like, that's what my dad was kind of going to. It's like, you know, you just keep going life. You know, you live life. I mean, what can you do? What are you gonna do? And I tend to try to go by those words. But he's like, as long as like no one in my circle was hurt. And I'm like, yeah, but dude, that was like 20 minutes away. Like, and then they caught the guy like a town over from us. So like he was literally like in this direction. You know what I mean? Like he was like 5 minutes from my house where they caught him. So it's just like, and then I started thinking like, bro, like I already know tomorrow. This is on every podcast. This is on every news site. Like, people are just gonna start talking about it, so it's just like, I don't know. It's just a weird feeling, because it's just, like, it's only news happening, but no one's worried about the predators. I don't know. There's a lot of factors going on. I just think it's dumb. I'm gonna go more back to the Roe v. Wade. But it's dumb that, like, well, I'm mainly going back to Roe v. Wade, but it's dumb that people try to control this.
Well,
I don't know what.
If you want to go there, the reason why is because they did a study and found out that 63 million babies have been aborted since Roe v. Wade. I think is the number, 63 million. Most of those babies are white babies. And if you look at
they're saying like the white population was going to be a minority, something like that. I heard something about that.
That's been happening since. I can't even tell you why. White people's birth rates have been on decline in this country for a better part of 50 years. But
as soon as like
that is like the number one reason why these folks did it is because they're so afraid of them becoming the minority, and they know what they were doing to minorities when they were the majority, and they're afraid of that shit just reversing itself.
But that's what I was telling my dad too. I absolutely hate how this country is basing laws around these people with these beliefs that are going to be dead in the next 15 years. It's so dumb.
It's not though, because these folks they've already groomed the next generation to think just like them.
Right, no, I understand that, no, but I'm saying, like, in theory, it is dumb to just base around your old beliefs for the next generation. At least in the country with the mindset that it's supposed to be a free country.
Yeah.
A free belief country. And to base rules and laws around one religion when your First Amendment is freedom of religion is a little backwards. That's where I think it's kind of dumb. Because my main point is When you come out your mama, you don't have a choice what you come out as, right? You and me are males. We don't have this burden of carrying a child. But what if we did? You know what I mean? It's just you know, it just happened to be life landed how it is, as for everyone. So I think it's dumb to make laws based on someone that isn't you. Because I know women passed this law too in the Supreme Court, but I mean, I don't know, man. Like, especially with the religion factor into it, mainly. Because like me, like my dad, he's strict when it comes to about like God and belief, but he's not like a big church goer, so he's kind of weird like that. But like he doesn't like disrespect it, which I agree with. But who's to say one is right from the other? I'm pretty sure most religions have, I'm saying most, because I know there's some that don't do it, or don't have religion at all, where they try to, they have the same core belief system, but I mean like core, you know, you do good, you know, you feel good, you know, you do bad, that's not good, and what I mean by that is, you know, kill, murder, do all those things, and they start nitpicking depending on which religion, you know, whatever. And that's religion, they're entitled to all that. But from a country standpoint, at least going into like from an immigrant's point of view, America's the land of the free, home of the brave, do what you want when you come here, more or less. And then just to completely say like, well, it is like that, but we're gonna confine you to these restrictions. Which is right, for the most part, for at least like the major points, but like I said, like a state like Alabama, if you get raped by your uncle, you have to have that child.
There's already a case of that happening, I think, in Ohio, and the girl has to go to, I think, Indiana, for Indiana
to get an abortion. That's what I'm saying. Like now you gotta go
10-year-old
state
girl
hopping.
that got raped, and she's now
that.
7 weeks pregnant.
And that girl is traumatized in that standpoint, but it would be even worse not only for her but for the baby as well if she were to have that child. Right, because that's not the ideal circumstance.
Oh,
it's dumb.
Both of them would be. First off, it'd be a super high risk pregnancy because she's only 10, and
she's really young as well. That's what I'm saying. Like it's super
underdeveloped.
Everything involved. That's what, not to mention just the age thing, but even if she's like 17, it's still iffy in terms of where.
I mean,
it's better. It's
that's what I was about to say.
It's not the best.
You'd still rather be like 20.
It's 22, 23. I mean, obviously you're 18 pregnant, whatever you want to do. I just think it's dumb the government to decide.
I mean, historically, if you want to.
Population.
Historically, we have a completely different view of when's a good time to get pregnant versus even just 200 years ago. So, women do have a biological clock, so it is best for a woman. Once you turn 18, you might want to get pregnant within the next 5 or 6 years because
that's completely understandable.
Based on biology, these are the best eggs you have, and you're going to produce these eggs for a short amount of time. And as you get closer to that, you don't produce these, you can't get pregnant no more. Your eggs then start getting worse and worse and worse.
Right, I get that. Once they get into their
you're risking the baby.
30s, they start.
Right now you're risking the baby because the baby has a super high chance.
I was even telling my dad this.
Problem because of
like under 18 they can do whatever they want, and my dad was saying like it could be up to the family if they want to give the support, right? There's certain states, but even then it's just still iffy.
In the majority, for the majority of human history, the age to it was 16.
Consent.
You were
for abortion.
Consent is a new thing. That is relatively new. In
it's more modern
in all human history. So it was they used to negotiate this. You would literally, once your daughter turns 16, once your son turns 16, they're adults.
Right.
And I can then, not necessarily sell my daughter away, but I can marry my daughter off to this nigga over here, and it creates an alliance between us. Or depending on what your culture is, it might be a monetary value.
Right, but you said that as historically. I'm going into terms of like modern sense of where we're at. Like it's weird that like in the city like New York or Chicago, or I don't know how your laws is in Arizona with this. Were you guys pro-choice or?
Arizona's a Republican state.
Oh, so you guys are pro-life?
Sure.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying, you know what I mean, but I'm just saying like
I don't have a clue either way. I don't
Okay,
have a clue.
okay. So me,
I don't
I'm
really
just
care
looking
about
into it
it.
myself because of this right now.
Yeah, really. That
Okay, but
I
like,
don't.
what
I'm
about like
more
with
of
you
on
and?
the Arizona would lean more towards pro-life. It's getting more towards a left-leaning state recently, but it's still Republican.
Gotcha.
Trump lost this state, to give you an example.
Do you think he lost it because he was Trump or because?
Because he did nothing that was
Right.
good. He lost the state because he was a bad president. He didn't do anything he said he was going to do. He completely lied to people. I didn't vote
That's
for him,
true.
but I mean, I know a lot of people who did vote for him, and that's exactly why they didn't vote for him the second time. Is because he literally didn't do anything he said he was going to do, but he
Right.
raised everybody's taxes. And he
Right. No,
literally,
I know a lot
it
of
was a
people that
bait.
voted
Well,
for him simply
he
because of the
he
monetary value on it, but they wasn't really. I mean, they said it was okay
it was bait
compared to
and
what it
switch.
is
It
now.
was a bait and switch.
Yeah. Well,
It was a complete bait
compared
and
to what it
switch.
is now, it's a different.
People who are blaming Biden for our current situation don't understand finances and how the world works, and they probably should go into actual world politics and get off of the television news. If you think gas prices are high because of
Not
Joe
just
Biden doing
gas,
anything,
but
or even
it's
our
a
government has no control over gas prices or the prices of goods in this country. Period. That is all
no.
corporations. So if you're blaming the administration for why prices are high, what can they do about it? They can only tell these corporations to stop it. And what are they going to do? No. That's what they're doing now. Why would we not jack up prices when we know, even based off the studies that we've ran, that even Americans expect prices to go up? So, hey, we're able to do it. Why not?
Right,
if I ran a company, that's exactly what I would do.
Right, but that's
smart
what
business.
I feel like America as its own country, they try to be its own business. Like they try to think
Well,
too
you have
much in
to.
monetary gain, but not giving back. I feel.
Well, the government is hand tied. Their hands are tied, not our hands. But what can they do?
But that's where it gets controversial with this monetary.
They can try
Like
to. I guess he can try to legislate via executive order, but as soon as he's out of the presidency, his executive orders are over. So what is? I guess, but showing people that there is a better way, even temporarily, which is I guess the left. That's what they want him to do, right? There is a number of executive orders that he could theoretically put into place that could theoretically lower prices, but at the same time, he can't make corporations do anything unless he's going to start nationalizing certain industries.
So then, do you have a feeling of why they overturned Roe v. Wade besides the population thing? Like
They've
in
been
terms
working
of
on
like
overturning Roe v. Wade since it came into law. This is like a 50-year. They have been trying to. Well, it's a one. The Democrats. The biggest reason it's now overturned is I'm always going to blame the Democrats for it because they've had numerous occasions where they've not only had a super majority, but just a general majority in both the House and Senate, or the House or the Senate, and they have failed to make it a law, make it stick, so to speak, codified, as they've been saying. So one, that's why, and then two, they've been working on doing this for decades.
I'm surprised that it got overturned when the Democrats in office, though.
Well, look who's on the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is completely right wing. Even the Democrats on the Supreme Court, this new black chick is a little left, but I'm pretty sure she's more towards center left. That makes sense. Whereas most of the right wingers, and Trump literally put in Trump nominated a chick and got her into the Supreme Court. She's never seen a case. They nominated a chick who was a clerk, and she got nominated because she talked a good game. And they put her on the Supreme Court for the rest of her life. She's never done a. She's never been a real judge in like regular cases.
Yeah.
So it's just all corruption, right? It's all corruption. And then they went up there and straight lied under oath, and they're not going to do anything about it. So it's all corruption. It's all. What you just said, what you were saying earlier, is what they're trying to do. They want to completely they want to deregulate and take us back to like the 1900s, right before the big crash.
More or less.
That's essentially what they're doing. They've now shut down. The Supreme Court just made it so that there's two big rulings they just did. One of them's to the EPA, where they basically told the EPA you can't regulate air anymore. You can't regulate how much carbon they're pumping into the air anymore. And the second thing they did, there was a coach, a football coach, who he actually got like fired from the district for this, because after football games, he would lead a prayer in the middle of the field. Like literally right after the game was over, he'd run into the middle of the field and literally gather people around and start praying. And so there was a bunch of like his actual students and players who were like, yeah, if I didn't join him in, it literally affected my playing time. And then people started complaining about it, and he went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court then told him it's okay. Like they overruled the state. The state was telling him, no, you can't do that, because that's literally against a separation of church and state, because you're still acting as a state employee while you're leading these people in this Christian prayer when you have people on your team who are non-believers of your faith, who are now being forced to participate in this because they want to play football and they don't want their minutes to get cut because they don't believe in what you believe in, but they're doing it anyways. And so the Supreme Court.
That's where I get frustrated with this, because
and they just ruled that was legal. They just ruled that was legal, and now they're trying to. And also goes back to
overturning same-sex marriage. I heard that.
Well,
they're trying to overturn some of that.
They specifically stated sodomy, same-sex marriage, transgender rights, and the only one they didn't name was interracial marriage, because the black guy on the court, the one who was actually naming all this shit we're finna go after next, he's married to a white woman.
Imagine! There's no way they can do it, because that's where they're going next at this point. That's exactly where they're going next.
Hold on, Mamba, keep looking. Keep listening. So he's married to a white woman. That's why he's trying to protect that specific law. His wife was in a huge corruption scandal over, I can't even remember the exact details of it, but
it was some shady shit.
Her husband, then got to like proceed over the case where he basically threw his wife's case out.
Oh, right? Hell no.
In like a huge conflict of interest. And so it's corruption all the way around, bruh. It's all the way around. It's our whole. Yeah.
See, it's crazy because, like, for me, I personally don't give a shit if you're born with a dick and you put some tits on and you're a girl, whatever.
Hey, that's on you.
You yourself are happy and you're not hurting no one else.
Cool.
Applause, pray, good shit. Exactly. Find yourself, be happy. If you're a guy and you want to be with another man, same stuff. If you're not hurting anyone and you're happy, all my wishes. The good stuff is, be happy and do your own thing. I don't understand, like that's where that stuff is, it's so baffling to me. It just, I don't know when.
Like that. It's all a form of control.
Similar, but it's just obviously now with I guess more. Maybe awareness of like what's going on. Maybe it's because we can look back and really see the patterns and really look at the big picture of like, dude, this is, especially maybe like I said, like with these more social outbursts of rage with shootings, it's kind of easy to see like, dude, this is fucked up. Because like you look at other countries and even like we consider European countries, us as Americans, like maybe they're not. I don't want to. Like you can correct me on this, but you probably think of them as like a second world. Even though they're probably first worlds. Probably first world, right?
Europe? You talking
Yeah,
about European countries? Which
yeah,
one?
like a European. They're probably yeah, like I'm just like maybe
Oh
just out
man,
there
I
like a
complete.
Poland. I'm just throwing Poland, but they're probably way better off than us.
Um,
But like in our mentally, like as an
Poland is
American,
in a lot
because
of
we
ways
think
they're probably
American is
better
so
than us.
great.
Well, I guess
That's what I'm
Poland
saying.
is.
But or even like France or England, they're 100% way better off than us in terms of they might have stuff like this happening, but it doesn't seem as
No,
prevalent.
they don't.
Because I
It's
like to
tracked.
me.
This stat is tracked. America is the only places that have anything close to what we have as far as mass shootings are active war zones.
Like Middle East. Like
Active
Middle
war
East,
zones.
like active war zones in Middle. Like
Active
yeah,
war
that's
zones.
why I'm middle. I'm just trailing Middle East. I'm being ignorant on
Well,
that. But yeah,
yeah,
active
I
war zones
say
is a better term.
that. I just
Active
say
war
that.
zones is a better term.
That's
That's a better term.
literally it. That's literally it. When you look,
That's what I meant. But yeah.
when you go to the website that actually tracks this information, America is like we're number one by leaps and bounds, bruh. It's not even
Oh,
crazy.
by far.
It's not even crazy. It's
Like
not
and
even.
it's
I mean,
sickening.
it is
Like
crazy.
it's sickening because it's just like because like we said like I was saying like my dad came to this country for a better life because him as a kid he sees America as this great thing and obviously that was back in the 80s. I mean it was maybe not as bad. I don't know what it was. 80s were crazy from what I see in here, but just how we're being presented now, bro. We had a
Well,
celebrity
you always.
apprentice as our president.
That's why our country's as it is. The people who represent us aren't actual leaders. The people who represent us don't give a
No,
damn about us.
no.
That's why
Our
there's
senates, no.
shooting.
I don't even
Like
know. I think our senate. Who is our senate?
Right, name it. It's not even.
I don't even
Okay,
know.
so I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. I just watched the Republican governor debate for Arizona. There was 3 women and 1 male. The male was only on there because he's polling at 1%. He's a complete clown.
Gotcha.
Basically, 3 of the 4 candidates are complete clowns. And
it's trash.
One of the candidates is, I guess, she's like a professional, I guess. I don't know, she was a lawyer. She's the only one that actually gave me like a good impression who wasn't up there being like a clown. And
just talking, yeah.
That's the governor's race. That's not a Senate or representative. That's the governor's race. That's the type of shit I'm talking about.
That's the guy. That's the person, right?
Like that's the president of your state. And when the president of your state is a clown, everybody beneath them are clowns as well. There might be a few who aren't clowns, but for the most part, everybody, they're going to surround themselves with like-minded people simply because they're a clown.
Well, see.
And by nature, clowns are idiots and they don't know what they're doing. So they're going to put people in charge who also don't know what they're doing, who are grifters, who are scammers, who are clowns. People who I consider clowns. Donald Trump is a clown. He's bait and switch.
That's where I'll get into
those type of people.
I'll even throw myself in this thing because me myself I never voted because since it wasn't presented to me. I mean, it's very easy to access. I could just type it. But since it wasn't slammed in my face as memes and all these, little funny shit videos, all that shit I don't go to it. You know what I mean? And I feel, especially, like, I don't know, maybe it's the algorithm with the companies and the government's getting involved to not, like, make people vote.
Oh, no. That is
I'll see a few ad campaigns, but it's never like anything to like
so
gravitate you besides the normal just run of the mill
turnout directly impacts which side of the coin wins. If there's high turnout, if lots of people go vote, Democrats usually win. Republicans only win when there's nobody voting.
And see, like, I don't mind the Republican point of view.
Republicans
it's just on key things.
They literally suppress the vote. They're the ones that actually put all these recent measures behind all these voting laws in all these different states that came out. Almost 100% of them. It's like, I'm not going to say 100%. I'm going to say like 98% of them are Republican measures to stop minorities from voting. Make it harder for minorities to vote and make it easier for white people to vote. Or at least what they're trying to do is restrict the voting down to a time when, or to such a way
Yeah.
that the only people who can
It's
vote
very
are
inconvenient.
wealthy folks.
Right. It's
So they're
super
trying to
inconvenient. I've
make
seen
it as
that a lot.
inconvenient as they possibly can, so that the only people who can possibly do this are wealthy people, which typically in this country right now are white folks.
I agree with you.
So
I won't just say white folk. I'll just say the upper class, because now I feel I'll definitely say like
that's why I say in this
old
country.
white is different. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. Because I know now there's a lot of whites that are down bad, but I know a lot of whites that don't have to worry about shit.
Just based off the population, those old white people had young white kids, and those young white kids.
That's where I'm going into like old white, into like old money. Like old money, that's where I'm kind of getting into, because like those old whites obviously had, you know, other kids, but those kids are set off good. They got good colleges. They got covered.
The problem with our, to me, the problem is, and I don't want to be ageist, but the majority, the people who vote the most are always going to be older folks. And I mean like
100%.
60, 70.
150s, like until they die, pretty much.
People who are basically retired or don't have anything to do. Those are the folks who typically vote the best. Vote the most.
Right.
And unfortunately, a lot of what, and I'm going to say Republicans, because Democrats do not campaign this way. Democrats campaign on inclusion, on expansion, on progressiveness. Republicans campaign on backwardsness. You remember how it was when you were a kid? Let's bring that back. And unfortunately,
go back,
when these old white people,
younger people want that.
When these old people who were voting were kids, it was super racist, super segregated. It was
100%.
Every man for himself in this country, pretty much. Like
it was good for one person and one
now
person
it's
only.
super. Now it's like to give you an example.
Now it's almost free for all, but there's still an advantage. I get
like
you on that.
They really want to take it back to where like the man works in the house. The man works. The woman stays in the house and does all the work for the kids. And then like the oldest son, he's gonna do what his daddy did, and the youngest son is gonna. So they really want to take it back to like. Right. To me, that's feudal.
Old traditions.
They want to feudalize this country so bad, because that would make pretty much many kings and queens. It would be like going back to like what it was before we had a democracy, a feudal land, when the richest person pretty much gives everybody jobs and they dictate what's going on. So that's kind of how our country is now. It's super draconian, and Roe v. Wade is just the start.
Yeah, I'll even say myself, I'm 24. I haven't voted yet at all.
I didn't vote at all until I was
just about to ask that. I was gonna follow that.
I didn't vote for Obama. I knew Obama was I didn't vote for Obama. I wasn't falling for that. I voted for Bernie Sanders, and people tell me I threw my vote away. He's the only candidate I've ever seen who gave me a reason to go out and vote.
I wanted to vote for Bernie, and I don't think
I
don't think I was eligible. That was 16.
Yep.
When was the polls?
November.
No, like
October, November.
Yeah. I was turning 18 November 12th, so I wasn't eligible, but I wanted to vote for Bernie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's what it was. Because I remember they were going around. I'm like, oh, mine's the 12th. They're like, sorry, you won't make it. I'm like, bro, I want to vote for Bernie. Because I remember, like, in high school, we had Obama, and I think, who was it against? It was like, I think the second election was what?
You can blame Obama. You can blame Obama for Roe v. Wade getting overturned. He campaigned in 2008 when he first got elected. I'm going to make Roe v. Wade a federal law so that they can't just come back later and do what they did like a couple weeks ago. He literally campaigned on it, got people to vote for him based off of he's gonna give us our rights. And
well, see, like I didn't.
As soon as he got in there, he was like, "Sorry, y'all, that's not really something I'm even prioritizing."
Right.
So complete bait and switch, and then he completely gave the country away to corporations, which every president after him has completely done the same.
See, like I was never really big on Obama. He was just very charismatic, which he was very well loved and very, how do you say, endeared. I think that's why it was just a big shift going from that to Trump. That's why people really, really glorify Obama, at least in these later terms. But obviously, you can really look at what he did, and it wasn't always the best thing, bombing Syria and all that.
Trump also won mainly because it was one of those years where nobody voted.
That's true. Well, do you think
Because
Obama won his first run because he was
Hillary.
black? Do you think? Do you legitimately think that, or you think it was Obama being Obama?
I think he won because his message was better than Mitt Romney's message.
The first time, wasn't he going against Clinton, Hillary?
Nope.
The first.
That was
Romney twice?
That was primary. He never went against Hillary. He went against Hillary in the primary. Hillary's never.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The first in the 2008 election, wasn't it Obama and Hillary?
No, that would have been a Democrat versus a Democrat. That would have been a
Republican.
She's never been a Republican. No, her husband was Democrat. She's been Democrat.
Then hold on. Oh, it was some old dude. Who was the old guy? McCain. There it is. McCain. That's what I was thinking of. That's what it was. The second time, right. So do you think Obama's message was better than McCain's?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, because I wasn't paying attention to politics. I was only like 11 at the time, so I was
in Arizona, and I did not like anything John McCain was saying because he just seemed like.
I just remember people were saying like he was just old. That's all I. And he was like, wasn't he like an army or a combat vet or something?
He was the if you heard about the guy who got shot down in Vietnam and got captured, it was him. He was a pilot in Vietnam.
He was a POW.
And he was a POW for hella long. And they like tortured him and shit. He literally couldn't lift his arms above his shoulders because as torture, they hung him from his arms.
Oh no!
So long that like his shoulder was just torn up. His shoulders were torn up.
Right.
And, like that's like me. When Trump came out and said, Trump literally says, I don't know about you guys, but I like my war heroes not captured. And, bruh, I thought the military was just going to turn on him, and nope. I thought Arizona was going to turn on him, but nope.
I need to start paying attention, man.
I didn't like McCain, but just based off of that at all, bruh, I was like, come on, bruh. This man is a complete,
disrespectful.
Like, how can you sit there and say you love the military and then literally disrespect one of our most, like, this nigga's a literal hero. He's a literal hero. They tortured him because he wouldn't snitch.
I'm not going that's 100% facts on that. That is fucked up on that point. I didn't even see it on that point, so you just pointed it out right there too. But listen, I don't agree with war. And I understand we are very privileged to be able to look back at our own country and reflect on how shitty it is. We're in a way we're somewhat privileged in that way because there's we could be born in different situations that are way worse.
Oh yeah.
But those people that choose to go and fight for that, I don't.
Oh yeah.
Applause.
Today is your day. 100%.
You've earned today. The fourth, I didn't even say 100. Happy 4th, by the way, military guy. I don't know if you're still streaming. Are you still streaming?
Of course I am, Mamba. This entire time.
Oh yeah, great politics.
I was in the middle of a mission, and you just whipped out the Roe v. Wade conversation, so I just paused.
Well, I mainly wanted to talk about what happened near my hometown in Highland.
Oh yeah, that too. I was like, oh
that was
shit.
the main. That was the kind of the main.
And then you said,
thing,
I'm sorry about the stream. I was like, oh yeah, it's ruined. It's ruined.
He said it's ruined. But hey, you know what? This is like shifting. It's like a podcast type of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think it's a good. Watch my shitty gameplay in the background.
I was just about to say maybe Tsushima's not the best podcast gameplay, but you can see some good, good style Japanese, great.
Oh yeah, something they definitely don't know
Japanese
about.
Culture,
mass shooting,
100%, great respect, honor, all that good stuff in there. You know what I mean? But
it's funny.
Yeah, no, war heroes. I don't think they should be disrespected. Like the veterans that get respected are homeless. I mean, it's messed up how it is.
This is like a fun fact about Japan, like and how completely different our cultures are. Suicide in Japan is like not a big deal. They literally have an entire forest called Suicide Forest where people literally go to hang
like
themselves.
Honorable
to
in
kill
some
themselves.
families, isn't it? Like
It
depending
is a way
on
to
how you
save your honor.
Right, yeah, like it's redemption to
Yep.
redeem yourself in a way.
And so
That's
whole
heavy,
West
bro.
Christian ideology is all about if you kill yourself, you're automatically going to damnation.
Yeah, you're sinned. Which is a lot of pressure on people that don't have it going, you know? Because that's what I was telling I was mainly pointing on my dad because I'm saying, like, it's all religion based on how they're basing their laws, which is dumb because their #1 amendment is freedom of religion. I definitely need to get reversed, or how do you say, is it reversed? Or refreshed, I guess, on all my laws, because I don't know, man. I just really want to get into this stuff again. I used to really like, my first passion in terms of a job, I wanted to be a lawyer. I like the law, but mainly I like arguing. But I was really good in school because I was actually like up to date somewhat, but at least mainly on like the social laws that were going on and like the socially like pretty much like, because I remember at the time there was a lot of, I don't think there was that many police shootings and police brutalities. Well, obviously there was always going on, but I don't think in terms of like
when
that were as in like the 2016s. I think there was one in Ferguson. I think that was going on when I was in school. Is it Ferguson? Or was it... What was it? Was
Ferguson,
it Baltimore?
What happened in Ferguson?
Maryland? Was it Ferguson one? I think Ferguson happened like 2016. I think that's when it started like getting out like on the cameras more. Like in terms of like Twitter and like Facebook, that's when it started like blowing up into that spread. Because I know like in the 90s was like the Rodney King trials. And then I don't know much going into like the 2000s as much, but I remember that was like the first like major broadcasted one, I guess you can say, because you could tell maybe the news are the news are very political in terms of what they give out and how they give it out to you, so maybe it wasn't as presented, but
come on.
I don't know exactly where or how the Rodney King ones were presented, but that was obviously like that was a great light shown on there, because I mean, obviously, I wasn't born then.
This was the first time that white folks actually saw
they weren't
that black
aware.
people be getting their ass whipped.
Right, or they probably knew it, but they just didn't think of it like that. Yeah. Like how bad it actually was.
His ass over a speed.
Yeah, no, they were getting them.
And there was some Asian company. It was some Asian family on vacation. Like I think they had just came to America, type shit.
And they were recording.
Yeah, they were going.
That is crazy. Can you imagine that family? Like, bro, they probably went there. What was it, in California, right?
Yeah. Probably went there to go to
like
Disneyland.
Disney World or something.
Exactly.
Yeah. That was just about to say, bro. Like, that's funny but messed up on the same time. Can you imagine them with their little ears?
Mm-hmm. Oh, bro.
It's like,
imagine if that
bro,
was them coming
America.
like, right?
Fuck. You said what?
Like, yeah, just imagine it.
Oh, yeah,
imagine if that happened on your way.
That's messed up.
You about to go to Disney,
like, you know, because you think of it like this, because like maybe because they're foreign, they're obviously tourists from a different country. They're probably just seeing their eyes. They might not. I don't know how the black population is in Asia, but they're probably saying, "Wow, black people get beat up like that. What the hell is gonna happen to us?" You know what I mean? Like in terms of like, wow, like that's
y'all
where.
From here.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Like that's what happens to y'all. Whoa, like that is so crazy. How much power that shit's just instilled for so long, and it's still going, and it's disgusting. Even myself, man, I'm half white, and I'm disgusted. And
I was raised by a white man, and I'm disgusted. Well, not half.
And it's sad because like my family that are white, I love them so dearly. You know what I mean? Like they don't show me any ill will, or at least when I was, you know, I don't know how they were when I didn't see them. I don't know. But,
my white family,
you know, from what I've seen, they
act like niggas.
Okay. My family's hillbilly, they act like niggas. And my other side's Mexican. So, you know, like, it's just like, we're very...
So, hold on, go back to that hillbilly coach. So, they actually say, it's like, people who study, I guess, like, cultures in America, They actually compare
Yeah.
black culture in America to hillbilly culture. They say
I agree.
that
I agree.
black people actually, because if you it's hood, I guess being hood or ghetto ratchet is the equivalent of being a hillbilly.
Hillbilly, yes,
Hmm
100%, 100%. Bro, when I was younger, a percentage of my family down there. Okay, so my great grandmother, she had 10 brothers or 10 kids. Kids, she had like I think like 5 boys, 5 girls, similar to that ratio. I don't know, maybe more boys, maybe more girls. But some of those kids did better than the other ones. I know my grandfather and my great aunt, they weren't that great. My great aunt was a much worse off. So she was more like on like she was legit hillbill. Like I mean, my grandpa lived in a trailer park. She was like in a even like lower end trailer park, and her kids are. I love that aunt so much. Like she passed away a few years ago. Rest in peace. I love her
Oh, rest in
dearly.
peace,
But
Auntie.
but she was very open. And so like my dad, like he's Mexican. He's straight from Mexico. When my dad went down there the first time, my mom's full blown white. Her whole family's white. That great aunt, like my dad was very like shy and very timid. He didn't know he knew English, but he wasn't that well versed in English at the time. But he was pretty good. He can carry a sentence. He told me. But like she had a very thick southern accent. Like you could barely understand her sometimes, but you knew what she was saying. She was like, "What are you doing way over there? Come over here. We're family." And she like pulled her arm over and like kind of brought him in, and like even like that. Like I always I always remembered her hugs the most because she was very like tight and very like squeezed you. So like that right there, like I didn't see racism. You know what I mean? So like. And even like culture wise, like the food. I mean like they hillbilly southern, they know seasoning. These Karen whites, they don't know seasoning, bro. Like I'll say that. Like at least like my mom's kind of like in between low key. Sometimes she be on her Karen seasoning, and I have to pull her back a little bit. I gotta be throwing some of my own shit in there.
Or your grandma, or your great aunt.
My mom,
Yo, your mama.
my mom herself. Sometimes sometimes she go on her Karen season, and I gotta pull her back a little bit. But like my great grandmother down there, bro, she was so amazing. She was like like if you were to think like Golden Girls grandma, like that was her. Like she had the perm, she had the look. Her house was in a magazine for like Better Homes. She had a gorgeous house. Very, very, very meticulous on how she was doing her things. Like her kitchen was like spotless. Everything was the way she was. And like the most important thing was as soon as you came in, she was like how you doing? Like you hungry? Y'all want something to eat? And she would just make you like whatever, more or less. It sucked because she passed when I was like a freshman in high school. But rest in peace to her. But she was very. I wish I enjoyed her when I was. Yeah, I wish I was born like 5 years sooner. My mom, they say they go to Thanksgiving down there, and I can only imagine what her Thanksgiving would be like. Only imagine.
Oh, you know it was straight like, slapping, bro. It was stuck to your legs,
bro, because
like the table.
Because in her last few years, I remember I was like 9 or 10, so this must have been like 2008 or something. She ended up passing away from like Alzheimer's. So she started losing her mind a little bit, she started going a little off of it. So they gave her like a poodle to kind of like help her, just to cope and stuff. So her dog was named Pumpkin, and she spoiled the shit out of that dog. And I remember when we were down there, she made this dog breakfast, bro. She gave her eggs, eggs, pancakes, sausage, bacon, and a little biscuit with butter in between. So nice. And the dog, she just looked at it, and then looked back up, and she was like, "What, Pumpkin, you don't want it? You'll eat it." Just walked away. And it was so funny because it was an amazing play. I mean, the food was amazing still, but it was just those little things, man. But nah. Hillbillies, no, what you said about like going close, I can see it. I can definitely see it. Trailer park style. Like I know there's a few trailer parks around here. They're pretty rough. Not rough, but like I can see you go around that one corner, you're like, ooh.
Yeah, if you think about it, they
percentage is much lower, but there are there. I'll say that.
クロード様の快晴だ。クロード様と呼ぶのはよしなさい。これからは検事。クロード様はこちら。ああ、合点です。あ、
Yeah, I just don't know where. Like, I hope it doesn't go like the way you say it's going, because it does definitely look like it, man. It's just, the hope that you don't want to have. Reality is what it is.
金を払わなくちゃならないんですよ。
独自の話をつけねばな。
助けてくれます？
Man, hold on. Let me finish this mission. Are you trying to run up in the red?
I was on 2K. Let it hop in his my career game. Oh, they just go on to translate the 2K talk, or mainly basketball talk, I should say. Where do you think KD's gonna go?
I hope the Suns.
What is soft ass? What would you give up if they say Booker is out the table?
I don't want us to give up Bridges. I don't want to give up Cam Johnson. But if Ayton don't want to be here, I don't want to lose Ayton. Ayton don't want to be here.
You think it'll just be Ayton and KD? I don't know how your pick situation is.
Yeah, I think we will know our picks. No, I don't know what our pick situation is either. I know we have the ability to trade some of them.
Because I don't know what you guys gave up for CP. I don't know what other moves you guys did, to be honest with you. Besides like little signings.
I'd have to take a look at it. I don't know off the top of my head, but as far as players are concerned, if we have to give up Ayton for KD, I'm with it. But to me, I think the Suns are good enough.
Would you intrigue Kyrie coming?
No, I don't want to entertain this at all.
I just wanted to stop right there. Alright, cool. He said, no, I don't want to entertain that at all. Did you hear about the Lakers might swap Westbrook with him?
That's the only chance they have. Like, apparently Kyrie's market is Lakers for
Well, he's got that 1 year massive contract. So it's tough to trade for him, and you know it's a 1 year.
Well, yeah,
I mean, they're both the 1 year. They're both the 1 year. So
they can't even find a team that just like wants to get off, that wants $37 million worth of cap space next year to try to sign a team like the Knicks. Or somebody, or like anybody.
I'm surprised the Knicks don't want to get him, to be honest.
They just signed.
They can trade off of like Rose.
I think they're better off with
Very
Brunson.
true, but I mean, like, but they got Brunson after. I mean, they were targeting Brunson already, but then this news broke out. And when have the Knicks ever been patient? One time they could have just acted reckless and just gave all their chips for KD or Kyrie, and they said, "Nah, we don't want none of it." At least KD. Like, they could have threw in like Barrett, and they could have got it right there. And I think them bringing Brunson, they would have been okay. Because they would have had the money if they would have timed it right. I think they still could do it, technically. They got the money. I don't know if Barrett has the money. They could sign Randall or trade Randall. Barrett, that'd be even better, but I don't think anyone wants Randall. Unless he's like, nah, the Randall wouldn't work with Ben Simmons. They would want like Barrett. But it's also tough because KD, like, he's kind of dumb because he's got like no leverage. At the same time, like, he kind of finessed because he named the teams he wants to go to, which is really funny because there happen to be the two top teams in each conference, which is just, come on, Kevin, you're just making it hard to be a fan of your game at this point. Like, legit, like, I've always, bro, like, James, like, when he was in OKC, I legit thought KD was it, bro. Like, in terms of, like, scoring and, like, the next, like, Kobe-style player, like, can just score anywhere on the court. KD, I mean, his game still shows that.
Scoring wise,
yeah, his scoring, he's like T-Mac, like, he can just do everything. Like, he is insane to watch. Well, like, in terms of, like, T-Mac can do everything, you know what I mean? Like, he can score and just, like, he shoot everything, he can shoot threes, he can... Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, he can just do everything on the court, more or less, like from anywhere. Salud. I don't know what.
Excuse me. I definitely just.
That sounded like a sneeze. Bless you.
It was a sneeze and it cracked my back.
But the first one sounded.
The first one was a sneeze too. It cracked my back.
I know it was, but it didn't sound like it. It sounded like you transformed and like you said you cracked your back. I could imagine what happened.
Yeah, my back was getting cracked.
You said he, and I was like, "It's bless you." The next one was not you. I'm like, "Oh, that's a sneeze. Bless you." I don't know what to say there. But no, like KD, like I was a fan of him, bro. He was 6'9", long as hell, 6'4", and he was getting some clutch moments in OKC. He got his MVP. Then he got hurt, and I was like, damn, KD. And then they came back again, and then Russ got hurt, and I was like, damn, Thunder again, torn. And then they choked the 3-1 against the Warriors. I'm like, low key, next year is the Thunder, bro. They're gonna come back even better, and they're gonna dominate the Warriors because they low key had them. That's what everyone thought, right? Everyone was okay with KD. Everyone was chill, and then he just did that. And I was like, bro, like, oh my, what? I was pissed at him. I was just like, bro, like, why you do that, man? I mean, I guess you're a free agent, but like you couldn't be mad at him, but you were just pissed that he did that. You know what I mean? Like you know he could do that, but it's just like, bro, like you really did that? You're making it really hard for people to stick by you, man. But I'm still a fan of your game, and then they started dominating the league. But it's hard not to when you got what you got. Like, but then you look at it historically, dynastically, you're like, okay, well that's what, you know, what the MG and the Bulls did. You know, they dominated it. The Kobe and Shaq Lakers, they dominated. LeBron's teams, they dominated. You know what I mean? Like they took over the league, but they made it unfair and boring to watch in the playoffs. Besides them being like doing everything perfectly, it was boring because you knew they were gonna win. Exactly, you know they were going to win. Even the finals were boring. I remember those years in basketball were like the most boring to watch. Because they just flew by. Rookies were coming in. I was more excited for the rookies and the upcoming teams than I was for the top teams because I knew it was just going to be whoever and the Warriors. Even this year when the Warriors had the Celtics, I was excited though because of how they meshed up. It was just I didn't think the Celtics were going to run drop coverage on the Warriors or mainly Curry. But that's another topic. But, you know, Kevin just made it really tough, man. And now this requesting the 2 top teams in each conference. That's tough, cuh.
Oh, 100%.
That's one thing to ring chase. But this is
nigga,
another,
you ring chase and you feel good.
Oh, yes! He's like, what, 32?
Yeah, 33?
LeBron is, what, 30?
Russell about to be 34 this year, so he's got to be 32, 33, right?
I think, do you think Westbrook would retire before LeBron? Because realistically, if Westbrook doesn't do, if he plays how he played, which wasn't that bad, but just I think how he's being, how do you say, visualized or shown like being on the Lakers, I feel like teams are just not going for that anymore. No. I don't know, unless he's going to go like on a much lesser deal, because I don't see him getting a big deal. I don't.
KD?
Because no, Westbrook.
Oh, wait, hold on. I was watching the cutscene. Start that over, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. No, I'm saying like, do you think Westbrook would retire before LeBron?
Yes.
Because I think after this year, and I think if not, he's gonna be playing for like a mid-level, and I don't think he's gonna accept that. I think he's gonna go the AI route. He's gonna go to Turkey. I just don't think teams are. I think teams, him being on the Lakers, they're. I think he will because money-wise, because like look at his personality. Look, well, that too, you know what I mean, overseas. But his personality doesn't show like I'm gonna come off the bench and help. His personality is showing I am still the guy. I am still Russell Westbrook. I can give you a triple-double, which he can, but you're not gonna win. And teams want to win. And he doesn't want to win. Like that doesn't make any sense. Like you're going to the Lakers and you have no expectation of winning? Excuse me? I'm on 2K and I'm on the Nuggets, bro. We winning this chip, dog. That's video game. I understand that. But you on the Lakers? That's like being drafted to the Yankees and being like, nah, bro, I'm just chilling. Oh, maybe. But I mean, you have an expectation of being great. Especially if it's your hometown. Like, James, if you got drafted to the Suns, wouldn't you want to be the absolute best you could be?
Out. Yep.
Right, because not only it's your hometown, but it's your city, bro. That's
I gotta
your
put on.
shit. Right. I mean, that's where I get confused, because it's like, bro, like, okay, and even that, would you sacrifice to win a chip in terms of your game? Like if you, I think you said like you would be best if you just spot up in the corner and learn that, and it would help the offense flow and move, but you could still do what you do when we need it. Would you be willing to do that, especially at your point in Westbrook's career?
100%. If I don't have a championship at this point, I'd be willing to sacrifice everything. I talk about sacrificing money and all that shit. That only applies when you're older. When you're younger, don't sacrifice shit.
No, get your bag. Unless, like, Curry, he was hurt, I get that. That just happened to be the way the cookie crumbles, and it worked out the way it worked out. He's getting his bag now, so it worked out that way. But, if you're young, get your money. Like, you know what, I'm surprised that Anthony Simons got that bag, boy. The dude from Portland, he's like 6'2". He's like McCollum size, and he got $100 million for 4 years.
He's balling now.
He was.
He's definitely gonna replace Dame. They getting rid of Dame.
You didn't replace Dame? I think they're gonna go all the way around for Dame. I think Dame's gonna ask for a trade after the next season.
That's why I think
Evo doesn't think so, but I think he's gonna request because what they have around him, they don't got none. But he's got the money, but he's got no star. Like they gave him McCollum, which was legit an all-star, and at his best he was an all-star to like 2 guys that. Nah, bruh. Simons and Grant? Nah, bruh. What is that?
I mean,
they already had Simons, so they just gave him McCollum for nothing. They gave him for like Josh Hart, they gave him more rope, they got more defense. They did get a lot more defense.
I also think they're not properly, and I don't want to talk about his game, but him dominating the ball the way he does is a detriment to their team. Because
well, no, actually, the way Chauncey's been coaching him, if he didn't play that much last season, mainly because he was hurt, but also the way they were playing him, his numbers were rarely down. He had more assists. They were playing him a lot more off the ball. They're playing him a lot more off the ball with him when he was out there. They're playing good basketball, low-key. Chauncey had him good. I think they're going to be... Actually, more looking at them, they might be okay. But I just don't think star-wise, unless Lillard can go crazy, which, you know, he can go crazy.
I just don't understand why these teams get kind of the same thing with Ayton. Portland did the same thing with Nurkic. They picked up Nurkic and then didn't run any plays for him really. He was almost relegated to running pick and rolls with Dame. While Dame decides not to pass to him and shoots his contested 3 because he's only 5'11". So
yeah,
and that's why I say if the ball's gonna stay in his hand, then this is not. They're not gonna ever do anything. And they literally have a 7-footer who I legit. He's one of the best centers in the league by like default because he's one of the only centers who has an offensive game, and they don't let him show it off almost at all.
He's got a decent low post. I just don't think they want to run him because he's not much of a deep shooter, but that's not to his fault. But he's a great passer. Great passer.
They don't even.
He's great in that low post, pitch post. He's so
good
there.
They don't run any. They don't run. It's all Dame. It was all Dame and McCollum.
They can run so many Divock plays for him, bro. Just pitch post, have them run around, get threes.
That's Stotts.
Well, like I said, Chauncey has them. You're thinking about Stotts. Yeah, you're thinking about Stotts' offense. Chauncey has been doing a lot of that, where there's like Lillard's giving it up right when he gets across half court, and he's moving a lot off the ball. And they're doing a lot more 5 defense. What Stotts was doing was a straight play shot offense, which you know how that goes. They were more 5 out, but similar pick and roll, pick and pop, whatever. That's what Utah fell into, and look at them. I don't know what Utah is doing. I have no idea. They should trade Donovan as much as they can because I don't think Donovan. I think he's a 2, maybe a 3 guy. He's not the 1 guy. I don't think. I don't think he can go far with Dominant as your best player.
No, I don't think you're a hater at all.
I think I'm accurate on that. It's tough being the little guy dominating, especially now with how deep teams are and how they're structured. Like the Warriors, let's be real. With their core, how long do you think they got? Because now you got Kuminga backing up Draymond.
Once Steph leaves, they're done.
Right, but how long do you think Steph's got? Great, like how he is now, good 4 years.
I mean, he could probably do this till he like 30-something, 35-ish.
He's like 32 right now. I'm counting like 36, so I'm saying 4 years of dominance, like the Warriors are the Warriors. I'd say 4 years at least, top contender if healthy. Because like the Clippers, people put high up.
I don't know. I think once Draymond leaves, it's over for them. And Draymond's.
But see, like Draymond right now is already being subbed out in the finals.
That's what I'm saying. Draymond's.
So like,
yeah, but
they're still effective. So that's why I'm like, who knows what they.
I don't really like. Was he out when it was clutch time, or was he out when it was like pretty much a guarantee?
It was crunch time. It was crunch time. I think it was during one of the games where the Celtics put it close.
Oh yeah, I don't think overall they're still putting him in most of the time. I think they were. I don't trust Looney.
They might have been coming back because I think the Celtics were leaving him open, and they just kept binking and binking and binking. They're like, yeah, no, let's just get you out of here. But I mean, I don't. I think the Warriors are gonna be loyal and keep Draymond.
Oh,
I just don't think they're gonna pay him. They're not gonna.
I think Draymond's also.
He's gonna be the Haslam
to realize. Yeah, but he's not gonna be able to be on the court anymore. And if Draymond's not on the court, and he's still out there being what he is. Like, think about Haslam being an asshole or fucking bitch or controversial at all. Like, even if he is a talk guy, he's a talk guy in the locker room. Draymond is straight
or maybe on the bench when he gets elevated. Right. He's more like the stone guy. He's very
I personally, I think Draymond's personality, if he's not playing, I'm not listening to what you got to say, bro. Get out of my face. You're like you scored 6 points a game, bro. Don't give a fuck about your championships. You only won a championship. Second place. I accept play. I could have did that too.
Right.
And I believe that's how most people will think about Draymond, because that's how most people think about Draymond now. They don't understand why this dude talking a bunch of shit. You average like 6 points.
Right. Well, defensively, he's really underrated, though. Not on ball, but just as a team.
Oh, on ball, he's still getting hooked.
Well, in the low post, he's not that bad, but you know what I mean.
Oh no, low post
is his bread and butter is. His bread and butter is low-key pick and roll defense.
I'll give him his defense is his best aspect. His defense and his passing is pretty good. He's averaged 7 assists.
His passing is really He's really good on that. He can still somewhat remain effective on the court without scoring. That's why I'll give him his credit. Like even his like underside, he's like 6'7", 6'6". That's what I'm saying. He's got that IQ. So like I'll always give him his flowers for that.
I give him that because he is literally my height playing center.
Right, so bro, like I always give him flowers for that. Like I always give players with IQ that know how to play in somewhat the right way. Defensively, he is sound. Like he is really good. Like I don't know if I forgot which YouTube channel it is.
I just think he sucks really all the confidence out of Wiseman. That's why I don't think he's like, even when he was playing, like I would watch some of their games and he would be just going in on him on the bench, and you could just see Wiseman's just dejected, head all down. Not only is he doing bad on the court, getting pulled, but now he got to sit next to Draymond and get yelled at. So he was just completely dejected. I don't think he's good for it. I don't know. I could be wrong, but
well, now with the ring, it might boost him up a little bit.
Maybe.
knowing that he's going into like this is what's actually happening, and if he listens to what they're saying, it might be like a Miami thing. Like if you get a ring early, then you're like, dude, like this is how it is.
I think it's a bad, but then again, it's a bad mark on their whole franchise that their number one pick is. For the most part, he's looking like a bust.
He was one, right?
He was the number one pick. They had the number one pick, and they chose Wiseman.
Imagine them with LaMelo, dude. Oh, bro.
Move Curry to the
who was third? Who was third that year?
It was somebody else good. I understand why they took Wiseman, because they still to this day don't have a big.
No, the Wiseman one was smart. I'm still a fan of Wiseman's game. I think it was 19, wasn't it? I'm gonna check 19. I'm just going off a hunch. I think 18 was the Luka one.
Yeah, I just checked right now.
No, 19 was Zion. It's 20? Oh, it's gotta be 20, yeah, because the 19 one, they were in the finals against, the Warriors drafted him too. No, number 1 was Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards, the Hornets.
Was number 1, and then 2 was Wiseman, and then LaMelo was 3. And we had 4, and we got Patrick Williams. I remember that as a Bulls fan. I was like, I like Patrick, but he could have fell.
What is he doing
Low-key,
right now?
He was hurt. So he didn't really play much. He played a little bit into the playoffs, but he was kind of iffy.
This is what really hurts. This is what really hurts. The Suns drafted Jalen Smith. 2 spots later, Tyrese Halliburton.
I'm looking at. Well, even Cole Anthony is great.
I would have took Aaron Nesmith.
I remember I was just saying, like, trade up for LaMelo, please. Isaac Okoro was great. Okongwu was going. Killian Hayes is decent. Obi Toppin's kind of mid.
Yeah, I thought he had Amari Stoudemire.
Cole Anthony's
potential.
Cole Anthony would have been great for you guys off the bench, bro. Holy shit. That would have been huge.
That would have been better than what we got now, which is campaign.
Even Precious Achiewa was great. Tyrese Maxey. RJ Hampton,
right, so
Emmanuel Quickly.
It has taken a complete left turn. It's pretty much been
bullshit for like check
the
out
past hour.
I don't do much political talk.
I'll see y'all later, y'all. Y'all see easy.